I grew up in Columbus, Indiana, which is located in southeast Indiana. I lived there from ages 6 to 17. I went to 3 different schools: elementary, middle, and high school. I have 2 older brothers, Nick and Adam, a mom and a dad. And ever since I was little, my family has been the group of people that I have felt closest to. Not just because they are my family, but because they are my friends too. My brothers especially, even though they are 4 and 8 years older than I am, have been my 2 best friends for all of my life. I've seen a lot of other friends come and go, whether they just got bored with me or changed schools or had to move away, or they just made better friends. I have not always had one best friend, but I can honestly say that I have had a lot of real friends, even when I didn't always realize it. My time spent in Indiana can probably be summed up with one specific event: the day I figured out what I was meant to do with my life. My freshman year, for the first time, I performed my first stand-up comedy routine. I learned that day that I would spend the rest of my life in the pursuit of laughter, fun, and a long career in comedy. I want more than anything in my life to share a positive impact on people with the gifts that I have been given, like comedy. This is a story about me, Josh Hogan, and why coming to Lakeside was a defining moment in my life. In December of 2013, I found out that I was going to be moving out of Columbus. I didn't know where. I just needed to be prepared to leave. Right before my senior year. I was a little mad at first, but not for long. I decided that life is one weird and uncomfortable movie, and what makes it cool is making the most of your opportunities. Now, I could have been lame and not come to Arkansas, but in the spring of 2014, my dad was hired as the president of National Park College. That summer was one of my favorite all-time summers. In June, my brother got married to the love of his life, Kaylin. We had a lip-sync battle at his wedding, and the next day, my dad packed up and set out for Hot Springs. A month later, after some great times with some of my best friends, including the time I spent $20 on a plastic gun that makes fart noises, my mom, brother Adam, and I started our journey down here as well.
Well, I was supposed to talk about how the move has affected me and how Josh's perspectives have helped me transition and him transition. Well, Josh is a very upbeat person, and that in particular is very helpful to me transitioning, and I didn't have that type of a time in a full sense, because I'm down here most of the year for school, but I don't really have people that I know when I go home for weekends or things like that, going home. So that was very helpful in the sense that he's very upbeat and positive, and going into his senior year and being very willing to transition and change from what he had been doing, and very optimistic in that sense, as most people wouldn't be. That was very helpful, very encouraging to someone like me, just being around this area a lot of the time, but at the same time not having a place to call home or something like that. So, I mean, that was very helpful in that sense. And obviously he's my brother, and I love him, so he's very cheery and very good-natured about most things. And so that's, in general, has been very nice and very helpful.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nick. This is my wife, Kaylin. I'm Josh's brother. And when Josh moved away, I, for one, was devastated. I like to go see stupid movies like Paul Blart at Mall Cop and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and Dumb and Dumber. And I didn't have anybody to go see those with when Josh left. So it took its toll on me, that's for sure. And there's a lot less humor in both of our lives when Josh left because he's a funny guy. But I think Josh handled it very well. I think that he was, I didn't expect him to handle it as well as he did, but I'm proud of him. I love you, Josh.
Love you.
Before school started, I made a pact to myself. This is a new experience that I am dedicating to new experiences. Do the things that you've never done. I wanted to be able to experience things. I thought it would help me with my comedy and even my character as a person. So I did. I joined basketball, which became one of my favorite all-time experiences, because now I can say that I have started a varsity basketball game, which is something I never would have been able to say before. I made so many new friends here at Lakeside, and I can only hope that I have blessed some of you the way I have been blessed by being here. If I had stayed, I never would have met any of you. I never would have started a game of varsity basketball. I never would have done the school play. I wouldn't be doing this project right now, and I wouldn't have gained this new perspective on life, which I'm about to share with you. Write it down. You never know where you're going to be in 1 year. Do not waste the time that you have, and do not waste the opportunities that you are being given. Every time you turn your back, something else is in front of you. That's the beauty of having an earth that's round. Your past is for remembering, your future is for preparing, and your present is for living. And lastly, but not least, take it easy, man. Don't take life so seriously. You're not going to get out of it alive. So, maybe I'll see you around one day, and you can come up to me and say, hey, I listened to your advice, and you're right. The better your outlook is on life, the better your life is. And I'll look back at you in the eye and say, I told you so.